Dear friends in Jesus Christ, in today's gospel passage, we see that Jesus is asking us to love God with our whole heart, mind, and soul. This is possible only when we love our neighbors with whole heart and mind, as Jesus himself explains in the parable of Good Samaritan. Love demands from us patience, sacrifice, and self denial. When we are ready to accept others as our own brothers and sisters, then we are able to love others. In the story, the Jewish audience and the lawyer might have expected to identify with the hero, but the appearance of the Samaritan makes this very difficult. If this were a story of a Samaritan who had been robbed and beaten and of a compassionate Jew who helped him, it would be a striking example for Jews of love of enemies. The present story does stretch love of neighbor until it becomes love of enemy, but it is more unsettling. They find difficult to find themselves in the parable in the characters, which surely require deeper reflection. Since the Samaritan is not their representative, they may admit themselves as priest or Levite or even the injured man who is in need of help. Or if finally they are willing to risk following the Samaritan into a love that asks no questions about ethics or religious identity, they must first be willing to be taught by their enemy that love of neighbor means. So Jesus, taking into reflection, tried to teach them that love is more important than laws and regulations. He doesn't admit that we should ignore the laws, rather, Jesus is giving a right place for the things that are laws, rules, regulations, because these are not very much necessary to inherit the eternal life as lawyer asked for it. Whereas love is must for inheriting the eternal life, and love of neighbor is mandatory to love of God. Today we have the best example in a person of Saint Francis of Assisi, who left everything, his property, his name, fame, family, position, etc., just to follow Christ, to love Christ by loving his friends, the poor, sick, and marginalized. It is said that once he hugged and kissed a leper, and today he is known as the second Christ. Dear friends, let us think over our life. How am I living my life? Am I the person of just rules and regulations like the lawyer and the Jewish audience, or I am the person of love who loves all equally like the Good Samaritan? May God bless us all. Amen.